Power hour, praise party, praise party. And we're going to read the lyrics to Sweet Victory. Why? Because this is the second time it came up and you gave me these specific lyrics. Okay, but to go, it is for the upliftment of those who understand. And I thank you for the sister who, what was her name? She used to be Muslim, then she was atheist, Father, and you brought her home to you. Thank you for the righteous. You're never forsaking them. But anyway, I thank you for the lyrics as they are a reminder of the sweet victory of your people. And thank you for reminding me of the witness of the story of Yov. What it looked like on the outside to everybody. Oh, you lost everything. He lost his children. He lost all his cattle, everything. And there was attacks against his body. Attacks even against his body. But guess what? This whole time Elohim was with him. Elohim never forsook him. Elohim never took his eyes off of him. Even as he allowed the Hasatan to tempt him for over 10 years. Yahuah had already declared him righteous from the beginning. Even as he had to use Yov to then pray for the friends around him who kept telling him, you sinned against Elohim and all this stuff and you not doing right. All of the accusations, and Abba was still with him, and Abba was defeating every foe, and Abba was continually sustaining him through all of that, sustaining him even when Elohim's voice was not being audible to when he was asking him to answer him, and until a certain point that he answered him, as he was trying the heart not only of Job but also of everyone around him, his wife, his so-called friends, the whole community. Thank you, Father, for the witness of your word. Thank you for the power hour. Thank you for your righteousness and your mercy, which is endures forever. Even you gave me the witness of your mercy, of your patience. Yesterday in a circumstances situation, even for those who steal. Not, okay, you had those, Messiah said, the stealing, the needy that steal to feed their bellies. And the one who was given greater position, which is supposed to be steward, so that they have what they need. But then you have the ones who steal and are thieving, being a thief against the 10 Commandments. Do not steal. And so Abba judges all matters righteously, discerning the good and the evil. There is too much badness to be exposed to be always praising the good, but we will also, yes, think on things that are good, lovely, and pure, lovely, and of a good report. Whatsoever is true. And Elohim's truth at times can be grievous. What is true? What is pure? Purity does not mean that it is not correction from Elohim. Whatsoever is pure, whatsoever is true, whatsoever is pure, whatsoever is lovely, whatsoever is of a good report, and Elohim's word is always a good report. Even when he's warning us, that is a good report. Even when he is patient for our sake, that is a good report. Even when he is so in mercy and compassion, because he's like, I've been told them to get to correction. People wanted to be offended about the warning about death against witches and stuff, but guess what? He has been being compassionate in that, patient in that, merciful in that, and coming against what Elohim is saying. Bring the Kodesh witnesses to the light. Bring the testimony to the light. Anyway, I thank you for your word, Father. I thank you for the power hour. I thank you for the praise party. I understand there are some people who got offended, some people who are hurt and in pain and going through different things like that. But guess what? If Elohim is not correcting you, and why be offended? Why be convicted? Why be hurt? Why be hurt and offended on the behalf of somebody else? Take that ought to the Father, or take that ought to the individuals directly. Do it righteously. Do it biblically. It doesn't mean, oh, okay, earlier in the spirit, evil for evil. That's not evil. Don't call Elohim's righteousness evil. What is his judgment on it? What is his righteousness on it? If he has said something is righteous just because it seems like that, somebody might have said it was unrighteous for him to send Hagar away. But that was righteous of Elohim to do that. Somebody might have said it was wrong for him to annihilate Shechem. But that was righteous for Levi and Simeon to annihilate him. Somebody might have said it was unrighteous for Saul to take the sheep in the spoil of battle, but Elohim said it was unrighteous, and he sent who? Shemuel to then slaughter what Elohim told Saul to slaughter to begin with. Somebody might have consider it unrighteous for David, a young man, a young lad, to be sent onto the battlefield to slay a giant and slay him with his own sword. But Yahuah declared it righteous. Somebody might have been considered it unrighteous for Abraham to battle against the 5 kings and to go and save Lot, but Elohim considered it righteous. Somebody might have considered it unrighteous for Yahuah to annihilate, to bring fire from the Shemayim down onto Sodom and Gomorrah, but Yahuah declared it righteous. Somebody might have considered it unrighteous for Elijah, to have to go up against one prophet, against many prophets, hundreds of prophets, 450 plus go against these other prophets, so-called prophets. They ain't real, false, Balaam. Somebody might have considered it unrighteous for Moshe and Aaron to be sent on assignment to lead over 400,000 people out of slavery from Mitzrayim. Some people might have considered it unrighteousness for death to pass over Mitzrayim and the plagues that happened to Mitzrayim and all of the people, because all of the Pharaoh don't speak for all of the people. But all of the people of Mitzrayim, all the people of Pharaoh, and all of the people under him and abiding in him, in the firstborn to die, they might not have considered that righteous. They might not have considered all of Job's first 10 children to die, all of his cattle, all his livestock, for him to lose all the things. They might have considered all of that stuff unrighteous. But Yahuah said it was righteous. They might not have considered Elohim to wipe out the whole earth with a flood and only save 8 souls, and then put his bow in the sky as a witness and a sign and a miracle and a covenant to his people, as a promise, as a remembrance, as a warning, as history. Somebody might not have considered that unrighteous. Somebody might have considered it unrighteous. You wiped out the whole earth and only saved 8 souls. You said you would save that Sodom and Gomorrah for 10 souls and only pulled 4 out. And that only 3 of those were saved. And then they walked in some ways of unrighteousness. And even still, the things that came from that. And you said don't have nothing to do with the Edomites. But then you even used the Edomite later on. Along the path of your covenant and your bloodline and your order, assembling your people, of you selecting and you choosing, and those who choose you as well into righteousness. You said there's a time for everything under the heavens. I understand people want to be comforted. Your Ruach is the great comforter. I understand people want kindness, a fruit of your Ruach, a fruit of your perfect love. But you also cast out fears. You also cast out torment. You also pierce. You bring the sword. Your word cuts through the bone and the marrow, dividing asunder, a double-edged sword. You also discipline those you love. You also are righteous. You also are just. You also, yes, are merciful and compassionate. Evil communications, yes, they do corrupt good manners, but also the prayers of the righteous availeth much. Also, when you say don't have anything to do with certain things because you don't want to, if you find yourself grantor for a friend, are you in an unrighteous agreements with a friend and then get yourself out of it? As we said, there are some times where people don't know or do know the whole of the matter. And when Elohim judges and says somebody knows the details of the matter and they still continue to persist with somebody doing, as we were speaking about, continually the witchcraft, there's no excuse for that. Playing around and playing games on that other end, there's no excuse for that. Or saying and trying to speak and make plans and moves on other people's behalf without their permission, without the permission of Elohim. Whether or not you try to declare it or not righteous. Not righteous. The things that you don't know and haven't asked and haven't communicated. always trying to do this and trying to do that without Elohim and an individual's consent and permission. And then trying to, I'm like, you cannot sit here and say you were trying to do this when Elohim judged your heart, the thoughts and intentions of your heart, and revealed that this is what it is. You don't have to agree with it. You could say, oh, well, you're not receiving that correctly of what he said. Again, that's the reason why we each have a personal walk. My sheep know my voice, another they do not follow. And his word doesn't lie. His word backs up and aligns with his voice. What he says from his mouth. It's not going to contradict itself. It's not going to contradict itself. So when he says, when he reveals something of his ruach to you about an individual or people around you or things that are going on, are you going to stand in belief with him? That's all we're seeing. We're seeing. That's why we constantly say, it is, but you go to the Elohim. You get the word from Elohim. You get assurance from him. You are responsible and accountable for your relationship with him. Yes, there is influence and can be influence and won over by the conduct. Won over by the conduct. At the same time, we still have to each give an account. And even in addition to that, we have still come against the wickedness to cut it. To cut evil, to not accept. No, we're not accepting principalities. No, we're not accepting the trickery and the foolishness of Hasatan. No, we're not accepting witchcraft. No, we're not accepting evil. No, we're not accepting assaults, attacks against the body. I mean the body of belief, the body that tries to come against our body in the sense of, in the spirit. When a battle is happening in the spirit, we're physically well and will continue to be physically well. But when the Elohim is revealing up, the attacks against the shins, the attacks against the legs, the attacks against the head, the attacks against the mind. The head represents what? The man. Those constant things. And we reject it. And we speak against it. And we shed light on it. And we will call it out and tear it down. Tear down the evil. Not build that up, uproot it. Uproot it from the root. Elohim continues to uproot it to its whole and completely uproot all of that is evil. He doesn't leave any of it left over. He purges it all. Cut it out with the double-edged sword at the root. Like cutting out the cancer and saving the patient. Cutting it all out at the root. He doesn't leave any of it behind. He doesn't put a band-aid over it. He cuts it all out. Cuts it out, purges it, cleanses it, washes it inside and out. So, thank you, Yahuah, for the power hour. And yes, we speak at the mind when we're at the times when we're, again, speaking at that which is not righteous, cutting that out, cutting that down, but speaking to what is righteous. Praise Yahuah. Thank you, Yahuah. Righteous Yahuah. Worthy Yahuah. Power hour Yahuah. Yahuah, Yahuah, Yahuah. We'll be praising and saying Yahuah, Yahuah, Yahuah. But at times addressing that. And if that is not for you to be hearing, by all means, don't guard the peace of Elohim in your life. If it's not for you to be hearing, guard the peace of Elohim. If it's not the warning message for you, okay. If it's not the discipline for you, okay. If it's not the, I understand I'm in a body and I have a position as a disciple and I understand that what's happening in the spirit was moving and what's flowing. If it's not for you in any way, okay. Now we're going to read Sweet Victory. The lyrics to it, cause we heard it for the second time. Sweet Victory. And I'm not gonna sing it because these are not my lyrics. And this is not a song that I wrote. And this is not a song that is my song that I sang. Not given to me by Elohim. Other than as a reminder. I feel thorns where my crown was. I'll be weak, but I'm alive. I'm reading it like this because emphasis, Elohim appreciates the words of the lyrics, right? You want to hear the soft and sweet words. I get that's what people are saying. I want to hear the sweetness. I want to hear the softness. I'm going through things I need encouragement. I need upliftment. I need somebody to comfort me. I need somebody to comfort me. You keep saying it. I want somebody to comfort me. Are you going to comfort me? Are you going to be kind to me? Are you going to be loving to me? Are you going to be soft with me? Are you going to be gentle with me? Are you going to be sweet to me? That's what they want. Sweet, 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 sweet. And Elohim is all of those things, but he's not only that. And now going to flow with the season, flow with whatever your Elohim is flowing with without fear. Without fear. Without concern and worry and all of that and any of that. It's like without the fear. So, anyway, that's why we resist. Again, whatever is attacking the body. Whatever is attacking in the spirit. Whatever, doubt, shame, worry, guilt. It's like you rise up. Israel, rise up. Yehudah, rise up. Yahuah, rise up. Word, rise up. Ruach, rise up. Soul, rise up. Your heart, rise up. Peace, rise up. Your soul, rise up. Align with Yahuah. Come into agreement with Yahuah. Come into alignment with Yahuah. Come into the righteousness of Yahuah. So here are the lyrics. I feel thorns where my crown was. I'll be weak, but I'm alive. From the dust until dawn. Yeah. I'll survive because I got sweet victory. Nobody can take it from me. Sweet victory because I got sweet victory. You see me, it's Leah. You see me limping. I know you see me limping. You can't tell on these CDs, but bro, I'm knee deep in it. I'm waiting in my weakness. He made me dependent. This is the part that he kept saying to me. He made me dependent. This is the part of the lyrics that he keeps playing over to me. He made me dependent. He made me dependent. Remember, he gave me the dependence of the state, the dependence of the government. Guess what? I'm dependent. He makes the servant, he makes the child dependent upon him. I am dependent upon Yahuah. He made me dependent. I'd be lying through my teeth to say I don't resent it. I don't actually resent it. Other people resent it. And I'm annoyed that other people resent it. But anyway, I'd be lying through my teeth to say I don't resent it. I also get annoyed, Father, when it's like that belief, where that belief should be. Where the belief should be in the okay, Elohim is doing this. Elohim makes his children dependent. It's for his purposes, plans. It's for his movement. It's for his body, his house, his ministry, his home. And why are you speaking coming against his goodness, calling his goodness evil? That is it's annoying. It's getting on my nerves. It's not getting on my nerves, but that's where I'm cut at. That's where the ferocity is coming from. Because it's get that talk against what Elohim is doing out of here. Anyway, that's how I feel. I'd be lying through my teeth to say I don't resent it. Even as I write these lines, I'm close to tears. My body ain't been working right for 7 years. So miss me. This is where the attitude in me comes from. So miss me. With that, keep your chin up. Try to smile. Bruh, I'm 26. I should feel better by a mile. Keep all your anecdotes. Keep all your anecdotes and your cute quotes. I'll pass on cliches. I'm in that season, and with the attitude, and the ferocity, and the love, and the oneness with Elohim. You can keep all your anecdotes and your cute quotes. I'll pass on the cliches for true hopes. For the true hope of Elohim, for what Elohim is saying to me. I'm not taking all your cliches and stuff. You can keep that for yourself. I'll pass on your cliches for true hopes. Elohim is too dope. Toast to the king. Cheers to the ceiling. Feeling good. We gonna make it to the finish. Sweet victory. You hear me. Holla if you feel me. We still running, though we limping. Sweet victory. Cause we're winning. It says we. Cause we winning. Yeah, you know. We winning. Even though we winded. We still in it. Sweet victory. Cause we winning. Yeah, you know. We winning. Now we live in sweet victory. Now we live in sweet victory. Now. Not only yesterday. Not only today. Not in times to come. Now. Sweet victory. That's what Elohim was saying to me before. What was that? Weeks and weeks ago. Now. It's now. Do it now. Do it now. Do it now. They see me. He told me. Power position. Did you say that last week? I'll put you in a power position. He ain't talked about elevating people and all of that. Power position. Elohim is coming from a position of power and authority and dominion. If it is, oh, that's way too much for me. It's not for you. So, we're not asking you to feel it. To absorb it, take it in. If it's not for you. Anyway, they see me on the stage. They like that boy the man. They hit play on them songs. They clapping in the stands. They like, I bet you got a lot of them stacks and rubber bands. So when I say it's been hard a few years, they think I'm playing. But you don't know my life, boy. You don't know my life, boy. He don't say it like that, but anyway. You don't know what it's been like on my wife. Don't know my fight, boy. Been in them trenches, steady trying to fight my foes. Steady trying to fight my foes. You're not the only one trying to fight your foes. You're not the only one experiencing what's happening in the Ruach. You're not the only one. We don't walk in the flesh. If you are sitting here attacking me in the spirit, trying to do spells on me in the spirit, kind of come against me in the spirit, my Elohim is continually telling me to intercede and pray for my husband, myself, and my family in the spirit. Elohim is bringing his visions not in the spirit, in the Ruach, and bringing the things of the Ruach and keeping the blending of the Ruach and allowing us to know what's going on. And people are saying, why are you following us around? We don't follow you. The Ruach revealed all things. He did it 10 years ago and way before 10 years. He did it 6 years ago. He did it 7.5 years ago. He did it 5 years ago. He did it 4, 3, 2, 1 yesterday. He's still been doing it. You don't know. If you want to remain ignorant to what the Ruach is doing, what Elohim is doing, and you want to deny prophecy, deny the Ruach of Elohim, deny the knowing of Elohim, you want to act like you're the only one in the trenches and been in the trenches and that you've been going through those spiritual battles of the Ruach by yourself. And that you've been praying by yourself. That the ones in front of you and your face, what you can see with your naked eye, is all there is to it. If you want to believe that those ones around you that Elohim was trying to remove you from and some of those things that he wanted to expose, where they pretended to be for you or pretended to be, oh, your wife of the flesh, or, oh, your bro or your sister, like you was in a Job season. But Messiah said, who is my mother and my brother and my sister but those that do the desire of Elohim, the desire of Elohim, the desire of Elohim, but not that of man. Don't act like you the only one in the trenches. Don't act like you the only one fighting foes. Oh, that's what you're saying to me. Don't act like you're doing that. Don't act like the Ruach isn't real. Don't act like you don't know about the Ruach. Don't act like you don't know about what Elohim said to you. Don't act like you don't know about the word. Don't act like you don't know about what is true. You are not the only one fighting foes, serving Elohim on the battlefield, allowing Yahuah to fight the battles he's going to fight, but also doing what Messiah said and doing the things that you're so accountable and have the duty of man to do. Because if man fails to do his duty and Elohim has to stop in, then man has failed. Doing the duty of man, revering Yahuah and keeping his commands, following his way, walking in his righteousness. You're not the only one. You say that to me. Oh, you're not the only one fighting the foes. The battle belongs to the Lord. He said he will not come down from the Shamayim to do what man is too apathetic to do for themselves. They have a duty. They have a responsibility. They have accountability, spiritual and of the Ruach into Elohim, into the kingdom and the reign and the rule and the righteousness and the right ruling and the lawfulness of Elohim and the covenant of Elohim. We all do. Regardless of whether people want to say that, agree with that, accept that, or not talk to them about it. So Elohim is not the only one fighting the foes and not the only one fighting on our behalf, but there is things that he asks and requires of us to do. And he doesn't do those things that man is too apathetic to do for themselves. He says that. Placement and position of Elohim. Thank you, Father. Been in the trenches. Been in them trenches, steady trying to fight my foes. And when I couldn't fight no more, he, Elohim, brought me low. He brought me low. I know I can't bear that load. I know I can't bear that load. I know I can what? Cut that evil. I know I can what? Expose that darkness when it's trying to come against me. I don't have to concede to evil. I don't have to bend the knee and bow down to evil. I don't have to bow down to unrighteousness. I don't have to bow down to things that are contrary to the word of Elohim, written or his voice. They like, I hear you talking wins. They like, I hear you talking wins, but I see your losses. Ain't that what they said to Job? Oh, you talking about you winning. You talking about you righteous in Elohim, but we see you sinning. In our eyes, you sinning, you losing, you losing. You talking about Elohim's elevating people. You talking about your crown. You talking about, oh, I thought you was in your golden. Ain't that what they said to us? Yeah, I thought you was in your golden hour. I hear you talking wins. What somebody said to me before? I don't want no false hope. They was tired of integrity. Didn't want no false hope. But guess what he said? You can miss me with that chin up. Try to smile. You can pass on your cliches for true hopes. I plash on your anecdotes and your cute quotes. Keep here talking about you want to be kind, comfort. Your ideal perspective of what love is, only according to your feelings and feeling good. I'll pass on your cliches for true hopes. The hope of eternity, the hope of Elohim, the hope of what Elohim has to say, the hope of the one who never lies and who never fails and can never be defeated. I'll stand in hope for Elohim because he's almighty and no one is going to defeat him. So they like, I hear you talking wins, but I see your losses. You celebrating crowns, but I see your crosses. Oh, I'm celebrating crowns with Yahuah, laughing with Yahuah, and they seeing crosses. I'm talking the wins of Yahuah. They talking about losses. That's the paradox that don't fit in your Mary box. You might not understand till you walk in this pair of socks. That's how you feel. Oh, you think you're the only one. Oh, you think the head went for it first? Oh, what does the head signify? The man, and the body follows. The husband and the wife follows. Oh, is it not Elohim, Messiah, husband, wife, children? You might not understand till you walk in this pair of socks. The victor, and who did we send this song to and give them that song? Who do we share these things with? Who do we share these things with? And then they want to try to flip it back on us. Oh, but where did you hear that? Where did you first receive that? Where did that seed of belief was implanted and watered and sown into you years ago come from? The victor ain't the one that's winning. 7th inning. Trophies don't go to the ones that got a good beginning. When I say I win, I don't mean this day I'm in. I mean that day when the gray skies fade out. Then I'm winning because I reign with him. I do mean this day. This is his day. Every day is his day. And I mean when I reign with him, Messiah. The crown of thorns declares your king, because Messiah himself said, don't rejoice that the demons are subject to you, but rejoice for your name is written in the Lamb's book of life. And that's every day, because my Father and Messiah, the brethren, the Son, the bridegroom, my husbandman, the one who was the first fruit that came before me and is the way, is the truth and the life and the bread, is the day, is the light, is here, is now, is present, and he's not going nowhere, and no one's going to take me out of his hands. The crown of thorns declares your king, Messiah. A scarlet robe can't cloak your majesty. Yeah, they nailed your hands. You nailed our death. From the cross you reign. Your kingdom, your reign knows no end. I added that word. Your reign knows no end. Oh yeah, Yahushua. You know he called him Jesus. Yahushua, Yeshua. You won it all. Oh yeah, Yahushua. He says Jesus, victorious. Oh Jesus. We call you Yahushua. Some call you Yeshua. But you are Messiah, the anointed one, the Christ. Thank you, Yah. Victory. You are the victor. You are the victory. Overcoming in you. Ain't nobody nobody's going to take me out of your hands. Nobody's going to make me sit here and talk and diminish your victory. Diminish your word. Diminish your truth. Diminish your righteousness if I don't accept the reproof of an unbeliever. I don't accept the reproof of an unwashed individual who will sit here and deny, who will sit here and try to be in my presence, doing witchcraft. Try to literally be trying to come in the spirit, trying to communicate and do all of these evil things. Blatant evil, and they wonder why I'm crushing that evil. You wonder why I'm coming at you with a sword and you sitting here trying to do witchcraft. You wonder why I'm coming at you with a sword to slice that evil, to cut it at the root. When you're right in the midst of coming against the Ruach of Elohim. It's like in Acts, when they sat there and lied on the Ruach. He said, you had the audacity, I'm paraphrasing. You thought you could lie on the Ruach? Oh, they're going to carry you out of here. And immediately they dropped dead. It's like the man who was on the donkey thinking he was going somewhere, and it was a messenger right and standing in front of him about to slice him in two. It's like when it says that in the word. Is that in John? He was like, I will slice you asunder. He says a Kodesh one. He has the Ruach of vengeance. Those who came and shed innocent blood at the temple of Zacharias. What did he say? An avenging Ruach in his place. You think I'm not going to cut that evil off? Yes, I am. And righteously do so. I don't give way to that wickedness. And I'm not going to. You want me to let you feel comfortable about witchcraft? Let you feel comfortable about lying to people that you brought, that you did some witchcraft to try to connect people that are not. That's not righteousness. We ain't one with you. We're not. And you cannot be, you sitting here lying, you can't be one with somebody you have not laid with. And you can't be blending in Ruach unless through Elohim. And you can't break the yoking, the blending. I'm not even saying yoke, the blending of Ruach that Elohim has joined together. The Ruach and the way that operates it of the Ruach is not of that of the flesh or the spirits. Because you and me a spirit in a spirit of love. You can be in a spirit of anxiety. You can be in a spirit of joy. The joy is of the Ruach of Elohim. But I'm saying his Ruach, and I'm distinguishing that which is Kodesh from that which is unclean. Wisdom can't dwell with the unclean. Don't come out here with all of that nonsense and say, oh, but we should feel better about evil. No. You should be kind because people are going through things. We're cutting out the evil. Dividing that. It's garbage. It's garbage. There's no place for it. There's no place for it. It all is supposed to be purged. Purge that witchcraft, every drop of it. Uprooting it. I'm not accepting that, and I'm not condoning it, and I'm not in agreement with it. It's supposed to be purged. That's what is getting cut out. Not the righteous, not the ones he wants to save, not of his putting comfort, but the grievousness is coming against the evil. The correction is coming against the evil. The cutting with the sword, the ferocity, the axe is coming against the evil. Yes, and we have to address, because Elohim addresses people by name, does he not? At times when he points out, when he gives a prophetic word and he gives details so people know who the message is for. If he continue to warn you and continue to say, and then you was like, well, I was trying to be helpful and put you with this and put you with that, against Elohim's desire, against permission, against righteousness. Oh, well, I got this and that. Bring what you're doing in the darkness. Bring this stuff from the peanut gallery. Bring the chit chatter. Bring it to the light then. Because Messiah said, the righteous are not afraid to have their works exposed in the light. That's why he asks us to use our testimonies as a witness. He'll put that testimony out in the light. He'll put that. He came and he was bringing correction to what they misunderstood of the scripture and of the word. He said, I didn't come to bring your peace. I came to bring a sword. And also, he said, I didn't come to allow you to just do less. I'm giving you, paraphrasing, give you more responsibility because you thought it was only sin if you did the deed. But I said, once it's even in your heart, don't fornicate. Don't commit adultery against me. Don't put no idols above me, even in your heart. We are accountable for it. So again, we also are accountable for what we are consuming, guarding our gates. People talk about, you shouldn't be doing that talk. Just leave it alone. Yeah, there's things that we're going to leave alone, but there are things that we're going to explain because why? Messiah